Just letting you know, we're going to get started in about 1 minute. If you'll have a seat, we'll get started in 1 minute. Good evening. I'm Brenda Hatch, and I would like to welcome you to the LPS celebration. Thank you for being here tonight to help us honor some amazing educators and community members who have dedicated their lives to helping our students. At this time, would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the singing of the national anthem by Lawton High School choir member Jody Lynn DeJesus. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held by the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. At this time, I'd like to welcome our superintendent, Mr. Kevin Heim, to the stage.
First of all, thank you all for attending tonight to share in our celebration of our staff members and even some of the people outside of our staff who help us and support Lawton Public Schools. You know, I've been here 2 years. We've been in a pandemic, it seems like, since the day I moved here. I did not bring it. But one thing we learn, when we struggle and we work hard and we move forward, we come out the other side stronger than what we were. And so at this time, I would like first, anyone who's in our support staff at Lawton Public Schools, would you stand up and let us give you an applaud for all the great things you've done through this and helping us through? And again, they represent just a few of their team members tonight, but you know, it takes all of us to make this work. How about all our certified teachers that are here? Well, can we give them a hand? Stand up. Man, these guys they went all virtual, they went back in the classroom, they went virtual, they went remote, they went asynchronous, synchronous. They can just name all these words, and they've had to do it all. But you know what? We're better at it today, and we're better for what we've done. And these people have worked hard to get us through it and make Lawton Public Schools better. So our teachers, I can never say enough about how great our teachers have been. I mean, 2 years, it's just been awesome. You know, and our administrators, stand up if you're an administrator in this room. I know we have a lot of those here. I know a lot of it is self-imposed, but, you know, we started with the COVID-19, meaning 19 pounds. Some of us have the COVID-38 because of the stress level we have. And so we've struggled through it, but our administrator's done a great job. And then, you know, when you get hired to a job and you come in and you want to work hard, there's a group of people who don't ever get, all they get is the bad phone calls of complaints. And so I'd like to give a shout out to them. Miss Patty Nyworth, one of our board members, is here. Patty. Our vice president, Mr. Zeldin Rice, is here. And our president, Miss Mary Bradley. Guys, they've worked with me and bared with me through these 2 years of a pandemic and working with you guys. And, you know, they've made some great moves to support our teachers since we've been here. And sometimes we don't brag on our board enough. It's easy for me to come in and walk in and do it and say, hey, let's give our teachers a $1,500 Christmas bonus. They're like, where are we going to get that money? Let's give our teachers a $50. You know, they have to vote to do that, and it's a plunge for them because that's what they took the oath that they would make that work when they got here. So they have made some great sacrifices and put their names on the line to make it better for you guys. And I'm lucky to have a board like that, and you guys are lucky we have a board of education that supports our teachers, our support staff, and our administrators as much as these guys do. So again, thank you guys and all the people that are part of Lawton Public Schools for what you've done. Hey, we're going to start in August, and we're going to be back to normal. So each year we recognize an individual and a community organization that has made our significant impacts on our lives of our students in the district. Tonight, I want to start with the individual. She was not able to be here tonight because she had knee surgery. But when I walked in the door, like anybody else, you get hired, you have all these great ideas. You know, one of them was free college. How are we going to do free college? I called Lisa Carson and said, hey, we're going to do free college. We've got to have somebody help us pay for books and fees. She went to her board. She got us $10,000 just like that from the foundation to do it. We're going to put a maker space in every elementary. Foundation, $50,000, just like that, dropped it in. We could have a maker space in every elementary. We talk about the LRC. They're always the Life Ready Center. They're always there supporting what we're trying to do. And it's always easier when you got somebody, I don't care who you are, if you're in business or a school leader or what you are, when you've got somebody out there that has a board and they'll work hard and they put up that first dollar, it's easier to get the second dollar. And our foundation raised over $90,000 this year at a golf tournament for you guys. She has been so great for me. It's easy to say, look what we've done, but there's been people like her to do it. So we wanted to honor her tonight as our individual friends of education. And also, if she was here, the one thing she would say is her board makes that happen. So if you're on the foundation board, please stand. Let's give you a hand. I've watched these ladies work, and that board, they do breakfast, they do the golf tournament, and numerous other events. They pick up pennies. They do grants. They sort through those grants. They do a lot of great things. So very deserving of Miss Carson for being a friend of education, and I know her board understands why she got it, and she's very lucky to have those people behind her. The second one we want to bring up as an organization that's friend is the Lawton Fire Department. Their dedication to provide outreach opportunities for our lives of our students is game-changing. If you've ever had a child that was visited by the fire department, you know it. It's always the time you're told to check your batteries in the fire alarms. The Lawton Fire Department is the first on the scene for a medical emergency or an incident involving our schools. We got Central today? That's not really funny, but it is after the fact, right? That could easily be seen this morning at Central. We are so thankful for the continued partnership with our Lawton Firefighters Association. We work with them to provide toys for family in need during the holidays and with their sleepless nights and swift action during the wildfires. We want to share our appreciation by recognizing this year as this year's Friends of Education recipient. So I believe if you guys would come up here, I think we have an award for you. You know, you can never say it enough. You work hard to try to make a school successful. And the mantra we try to use when we walk in the door, in the deal that the administration and so many of our teachers have met with our counselors, everybody's taken, is we at Lawton Public Schools want to provide opportunities for our students. We want to provide opportunities, not roadblocks. And so it takes everybody. It takes community members, the fire department, the foundation, and all of them. And even to carry that out a little bit, the competition has begun. You know, we talked on the podcast. I know all of y'all watch Time with Heim podcast. The podcast, nobody even laughed. They just act like they were serious. They were going to accept it. We talked about we have a student that's graduated with over 50 credit hours from one of our high schools this year because of the foundation and many of you providing free college to those students. Well, one of our other principals called and said, hey, I got so-and-so, he's got 50. Somebody else called me, I got so-and-so, she's got 46. So that's our goal, because what we want to look at is in 2 or 3 years, we want 100 students from Lawton Public Schools to graduate high school with an associate's degree. That would save their parents tons of money on student loans and so forth. So now we're going to the Champions for Children. I'm going to share a brief bio about them, about their daily work and the countless hours they put in. This is any LPS employee can be nominated as a champion for outstanding service to Lawton students or to the district. As in the past, nominees may represent any certified or non-certified employment category. Champions are exemplified by their dedication to the profession, to the students of Lawton Public Schools. This award recognizes them for not just doing their jobs, but for going the extra mile, doing even more than is expected. And as you all know, true educators are superstars. Whether you're a teacher, support, there's really not a clock. You're working 24/7 for kids. You're at ball games. Heck, some of you go to T-ball games and your kids are playing and you're out there, you're still they're your kids, your babies, you got your own kid there and you're babysitting your other kids too. So the first one is Tina Angel. Miss Angel is the kitchen manager at Woodland Hills Elementary. She has been in her position the past 5 years, but she is no stranger to LPS. Her journey started as a parent volunteer when her children were young. Her peers say her positive attitude and humble heart makes her a strong leader. She also works hard to learn the names and faces of all students, making sure they feel loved and welcome. There is no job too big or too small for her. She reminds us that a kind word and smile can create ripple effects. Miss Tina Angel. I hope I get these names right. My pronunciation or enunciation, I usually don't say enunciation because I mess it up too. So, Miss Bachman, Susan Bachman. Ms. Bachman has been with the district for 16 years as a history teacher. She has spent the last 3 years at Lawton High School. Her dedication to develop impactful relationships with students and staff contributes to the positive and unified learning environment. You can find Ms. Bachman cheering students on from the sidelines with her teachers in the bleachers, shirt, and a huge smile on her face. Her colleagues say she brings lessons to life, ensuring students are engaged and inspired. She is respected, appreciated, and makes LHS a special place to be. Miss Susan Bachman. Congratulations. Jeff Elbert, a.k.a. Mr. E. Mr. E is a math and media production teacher at Lawton High. He is a wrestling and softball coach in addition to his role as a club sponsor. He has been with the district for 4 years. Mr. E displays an incredible amount of devotion to students by spending countless hours after the workday and during the weekend building unique relationships for students. His peers say he is an integral member of Lawton High and the Lawton community. He is always thinking outside the box, a positive role model, and a positive advocate for all students. Mr. Jeff Elbert. Kathleen Garrison. Miss Garrison began working for Lawton Public Schools in 2013 as a PCA or a personal care assistant. She is currently a teacher assistant at Eisenhower High School and can be found in the Maximum Achievement Learning Lab, otherwise known as the MALL. Her peers say she is extremely dedicated and efficient in all that she does. In addition, she is the sponsor for the Military Child Club and provides a welcome environment for a military student. She goes above and beyond daily, oftentimes being one of the first to come in and last to leave. She cares for the whole child and strives to meet each student where they are so they can strive for success. Miss Kathleen Garrison. Miss Cherry Gebhardt. Hope I said that right. Miss Gebhardt is her 5th year as an LPS English as a second language primary teacher at Lincoln Elementary. To her colleagues, going above and beyond does not begin to describe all she does for the EL family she works for. Her students come from all over the world. She is always thinking of the students and families' needs and works to create opportunities for them. Her greatest satisfaction comes from the feedback she receives from her students and families. She shares it takes a village, and she is part of one of the strongest and most positive villages out there. Miss Cherry Gebhardt. Cassie Jones. For the past 3 years, Miss Jones has been the school counselor at Eisenhower Elementary. Her colleagues say she is truly the heartbeat of Eisenhower, helping students to the path of better versions of themselves. No matter the situation or the circumstance, she is ready to take care of it with grace and poise. Miss Jones not only collaborates with her peers, but her reach extends to community organizations and agencies, especially with the help of her G2 Generals to Gentlemen group. She has a special rapport of students that is unmatched, and they know how much she cares about them. Miss Cassie Jones. Brooke Rooney. Miss Rooney is in her 3rd year of teaching and currently serves as a makerspace teacher at Freedom Elementary. She works with over 700 students throughout the week. She also serves as a sponsor for the Arts and Robotics Club. Her colleagues say she is patient, caring, and has a true love for all students, which is evident in all she does. Walking down the hall of Freedom, her personality shines bright. Students look forward to their time with Miss Rooney. It is clear not only does she love her job as an educator, but also a mentor. It is important to her that her students receive her best each and every day. Miss Brooke Rooney. One small tidbit about Miss Rooney is, when you start a new program, and we came up with the idea of the maker spaces everywhere, the one at Freedom, it's like that's the one everybody wants to go, and I'm pretty sure she's going to present somewhere this year. In the summer, they're going to the national conference in Rhode Island to present, so we're very excited for them. Thank you for all you do. Susan Shorter. There you go. She's got a fan club. I like that. Miss Shorter has served in the LPS family for 29 years. Her current position is with Lincoln Elementary as a library assistant. She loves watching students develop that love for reading and celebrates each success with their visit to the AR store. Her colleagues are awed by her dedication and commitment day after day, sharing that she is teaching students to be a doer and doing for others rather than self. She is known for donating food, clothes, and delivering items to families in need, all while expecting nothing in return. Ms. Shorter continues to bring joy and love to all she encounters, making her a true example of a champion. Miss Susan Shorter. Teresa Stewart. For the past 20 years, Miss Stewart has worked with our severe and profound students as a teacher assistant at MacArthur High School. She's an advocate for our student and goes above and beyond. Her greatest satisfaction comes when a student is able to develop, grow, and accomplish tasks that they thought they were not possible. Her dedication is unwavering, and her positive impacts are felt years after the student has graduated. Ms. Stewart takes a daily interest in interacting and getting to know students. She's an avid photographer and can be seen with a camera in her hand capturing memories that last a lifetime. Miss Teresa Stewart. Carrie Walls. Miss Walls is a pre-K assistant at Whittier Elementary. She has been there for 2 years. Here, her colleagues say she is always willing to jump into action and help out. During center time, you will find her providing additional support for those who need a little one-on-one. She also uses her talents to draw, craft, and paint magical environments, ensuring students feel joy while learning. Her greatest satisfaction is seeing the happy tears that come from the student's face when they accomplish something for the first time. Miss Carrie Walls. When you see one of the students out with a huge smile saying, "Hi, Miss Walls," you know she's doing an awesome job and they all love her. I believe now we switch places and we're going to y'all have heard me talk a lot, so we'll let Brenda talk a little while.
So in the audience tonight, we have several LPS staff members who have reached the point in their career that they have decided to retire and start a new chapter in life. So each retiree will be formally celebrated at their school, but tonight we would love for you to help honor and recognize them. I'm going to ask for them to stand in place. If you are retiring at the end of the school year, please stand.
That includes Ms. Hatch. She's retiring, but she is coming back, as many of you are going to come back and continue to. They just can't give up the students. They're going to come back and work part-time. And as Ms. Hatch, as you can see, she does a wonderful job organizing and putting this on. One thing she had to do, and she discussed what she could and couldn't give up, but for her to come back, she had to keep this job. So, and we need to give her a big applause in case I forget for all the work she put into this.
So retirees, I just want to let you know that there is a special table set up outside in the Commons area from the Comanche County Retired Teachers Association. They have a gift for you and would love for you to stop by and visit with them if you are getting ready to retire. All right, so each year there is a selection committee of LPS staff and volunteers, community members who dedicate their time to read portfolios, watch videos, interview our first class teacher of the year nominees and our teacher of the year candidates. I'd like to introduce that committee at this time. Thank you to Cole Lear, current LPS First Class Teacher of the Year. Cole, if you'll stand. Amanda Mack, the current LPS Teacher of the Year. I see another representative. Donna Elmore is our representative from Nissan of Lawton, and she dedicates a lot of time. Oh, there you are. You were hiding. I've been looking for you. Donna Elmore does a phenomenal job for us. Leah Terrell Nesmith from the LPS Foundation. Crystal Sellers, one of our LPS teachers. Kelly Collins, one of our LPS administrators. And Donna Catlin, an LPS district administrator. Thank you for all your time and your effort. They all say it's the best committee that they're on. So thank you for your time, and thank you for helping us make that tough selection. Tonight also would not be possible without the hard work and the planning of many people, and I want to reach out and say thank you to Lynn Cordes and to Lisa Glover, Kathy Kennedy, Stephanie Heim, Victoria Orndorff, Bello, and the entire LPS media department. Also thank you to Ms. Mattingly for allowing us to use this beautiful facility here at Eisenhower and for her staff. And again, just give them a round of applause. Thank them for all their hard work. So if you were here last spring, many of you probably remember when Cole Lear was named as our First Class Teacher of the Year, and Mr. Heim required the assistance of a step stool to meet eye to eye with Cole. But at this time, I'd like to introduce Cole Lear. He is a teacher and coach at Lawton High School, and welcome him to the stage as he does the presentation for First Class Teacher of the Year.
I was already nervous, and then right before I left my house, my mom told me she wasn't coming, so that was going to be my saving grace, but she's not here. I walked into Shoemaker when we were doing the interviews, and if you don't know, when you win, they put your picture up on the wall, and I saw my picture, and my first thought was, whatever's going on in my day, at least I don't have to see that picture every day. So I know the people at Shoemaker are excited that they're going to get a new face up there. I was definitely a student. When I was in high school, I was a student that probably most teachers in here would have talked about, but maybe not always nicely. I got in trouble a lot. I've had several stories of my mom and my dad coming back and telling me that my teachers will talk to them and be like, "Cole's a teacher now?" And they're like, "Yeah," and so it's still kicking. But by being a teacher, I've obviously gained a crazy amount of respect for the profession. And the one thing that I realized, and the one thing I've tried to kind of hang my hat on, is whatever happens, make sure it's at least about the kids. At the bare minimum, it has to be about the kids. If it's not about the kids becoming more successful, it's not going to help the kids, then it's probably not beneficial to do. And if it's something that will benefit the kids, you need to do whatever you can to get it done. Keeping that in mind, when I went into the interviews, I was looking for people to answer with answers that really spoke about the kids. And so I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, yeah, 1 or 2 people will talk about the kids. This will be really easy for me. I'll just mark them higher. They're going to win in my book. Yay. Absolutely not. Every single one of these people came in there, and all their answers were focused on the kids, and it really just made me think that for the majority, I feel like Lawton Public Schools is headed in the right direction. And I want to thank you for allowing me to be a part of that. And as great as it was to win this award last year, it was even more of an honor just to be exposed to all of your stories and everything that y'all brought to that room. So thank you all as well. Teachers who have taught in our district for less than 2 years at the end of the current year are eligible to become First Class Teacher of the Year. They are nominated by their principal and are interviewed by the selection committee. Tonight we are honoring 13 outstanding beginning teachers. At this time, I ask that all First Class Teacher of the Year candidates make their way to the ramp on this side of the stadium It's just this side of the auditorium. And we know that behind every great teacher is a support team made up of family, friends, mentors, and colleagues. In a minute, I will be calling each candidate to the stage, and as they're walking up to the stage, if you're a member of one of these teachers' support team, please stand so we can recognize you as well. From Lincoln Elementary, Miss Rachel Bryant. From Cleveland Elementary, Gabriel Caron. From Woodland Hills Elementary, Christy Hall. From Almore West Elementary, Crystal Hayes. From Eisenhower High School, Kenneth Jones. From Ridgecrest Elementary, Tina Lovato. From Sullivan Village Elementary, Bailey Martinez. From Central Middle School, Ashley Means. From Eisenhower Elementary, Christy Owen. From Pat Henry Elementary, Melissa Paquin. From Edison Elementary, Stephanie Stamper. I'm sorry. From Freedom Elementary, Stephanie Sullivan. And from Eisenhower Middle School, Robert West. And let's give this group one more round of applause. As they are taking their seats, I want to announce that our business partners and community members have contributed over $4,000 in cash and prizes to this year's First Class Teacher of the Year. And I'll fill in some time by saying shout out to all my Wolverines in the building. On to yo. On to yo. Now, about this year's winner. This teacher embodies all the characteristics that parents and students would want in a teacher. This candidate is empathetic, resilient, positive, and nurturing. Students are met where they are in their educational journey, and individual needs are addressed through the relationships that are built with students and their families. One of this teacher's great qualities is flexibility. Imagine learning in the third week of school that you were moving from an intermediate classroom to kindergarten. Our First Class Teacher of the Year always puts others first, never wanting to be in the spotlight. Well, tonight she deserves to be in the spotlight. I am proud to announce that the 2022-2023 First Class Teacher of the Year is Tina Lovato.
I'm sorry, I'm very emotional right now. I don't have anything clever or creative to say, so I'll just speak from emotion. It has been a whirlwind, but I wouldn't change a thing, and I'd do all of it all over again. Every tear, every smile, laughter, every win, and every disappointment. It does take a village, and Ridgecrest is my village. I cannot thank my mentor, Ms. Gaines, enough. From the minute I transferred over to kindergarten, my village took their hand and placed it on my shoulder, and we all went through it together. My family had to put up with me, my poor husband, oh my Lord. All I keep thinking about right now are the faces of my 26 kindergartners. Because of them, I'm standing here talking to you. And this is a win for Miss Lovato's kindergarten class and for Ridgecrest. And in case you didn't know, Ridgecrest is winning, guys. We are winning. And we are a village that supports each other, loves each other, and we go through it together. We win and lose together. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a wonderful day to be a Ridgecrest Hawk right now, I'm telling you that. But I will leave you with this. Give me a few years and we will meet again, because I will be Teacher of the Year. Thank you.
Love it. Thank you very much. Just however you want to go.
Okay.
Pick away. Congratulations again. Thank you. Great job.
So I'd also like to recognize, each school votes on their own Teacher of the Year. Some of those teachers choose to just be honored at their level, and then some go on to compete at the district level. But at this time, as I call your name, if you're in the audience, would you please stand and let us recognize all of the individual schools' Teachers of the Year. From Crosby Park, Alexandra Cunningham. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and hold our applause, and at the end, we'll give everyone a huge round of applause. From Edison Elementary, Ricky Petty. From Washington Elementary, Carrie Wosner. From Whittier Elementary, Stephanie Moore. From Lawton High School, Catherine Smith. From the Life Ready Center, Stephen Scott Smith. From MacArthur Middle School, Elijah Morlett. From Almer West, Carrie McComas. From Eisenhower Elementary, Megan Haley. From Freedom Elementary, Chelsea Harless. Hugh Bish, Debbie Payne. From Lincoln, Gina Engel. From Pat Henry, Robin Harris. From Central Middle School, Larissa Krasinski. From Eisenhower High School, Sheila Maxson. From Adams Elementary, Suzanne Fisher. From Carriage Hills, Helen Mansell. From Cleveland, Michelle Gallup. From Learning Tree Academy, Tiffany Matthews. From Pioneer Park, Tashelle Bashu. From Ridgecrest, Charity Williams. From Sullivan Village, Brandy Dove. From Woodland Hills, Lori Cruz. From Eisenhower Middle School, Ronald Williams. From MacArthur High School, Sylvia Mahaffey. And from the Douglas Learning Center, Carmen Mattingly Capetta. Let's give all of them a round of applause. So another member of this year's selection committee is Miss Amanda Mack, because she's a second grade teacher at Crosby Park, and she is our current LPS Teacher of the Year, and she'll be representing Lawton at the next State Teacher of the Year competition. So at this time, please help me welcome Amanda Mack.
Good evening, LPS friends and family. What a blessing it is, and how fortunate we are to have the opportunity to wake up each morning doing what it is we were born to do, what we love to do, teach. This year, I had the privilege of representing Lawton Public Schools as the Teacher of the Year. It has truly been an honor and a life-changing experience. It is astonishing that we can be part of such a large district while still having that small town family feel. I wish we would have been able to record the interviews with our outstanding candidates so you could witness just some of the miracles that do occur in the classroom on a daily basis. Getting to know the true magic that goes on in their classrooms will give you goosebumps. As much effort as we put into the perfect lesson, preparing the materials, making sure that we did our very best, the real rock stars are who we are doing it for. They are our reason, our students, the kids of Lawton Public Schools. I want to thank Mr. Heim, Mrs. Hatch, and all of the teachers who truly make Lawton Public Schools the very best of the best. Earlier, Mrs. Hatch introduced all of the school's Teacher of the Year winners. After being nominated, teachers completed a portfolio consisting of professional information, teacher reflection, and letters of recommendation. After gathering the information, the selection committee had the very difficult task of narrowing the list to 7 finalists. Once the finalists were named, they were required to provide additional information for their portfolio, submit a 10-minute teaching video, and participate in an interview. As I introduce each of our 7 finalists, they will come to the stage with a very special guest who, through their video, will tell us exactly why his or her teacher should be named Teacher of the Year. From Crosby Park Elementary School, 4th grade teacher, Alexandra Cunningham. Allie's student could not be here tonight, but we will still get to watch his or her video.
Hi, my name is Gabriel. I love being a student in Miss Cunningham's class because she has a positive attitude. She is excited to teach every day. Her attitude makes me want to try harder in class. Miss Cunningham cares for her students. She will try to make her students feel better on their bad days. Miss Cunningham never gives up on us, even when times are rough. She keeps on trying for her students. She is patient with all her students and will help them with anything they need. Miss Cunningham always makes us smile with her kindness. She will talk to you and always find a way to make you laugh. Miss Cunningham treats everyone equally. I love Miss Cunningham as a teacher because she is funny, nice, and caring.
From Whittier Elementary, pre-K teacher Stephanie Moore. And her guest tonight is Bentley Haddon.
My name is Bentley Haddon. It's more kind of person and helps me my name. You always make me feel loved. My name is Bentley Haddon. It's more kind of person and helps me my name. You always make me feel loved. I'm thankful for her. She's the best teacher ever.
Got it. Congratulations, you look sharp.
Thank you, Bentley. You are why we do what we do. From MacArthur Middle School, yearbook, broadcasting, and computer applications teacher Elijah Moret and his guest Gracie Cunningham.
When Mr. Morlett came to the high school to ask me to introduce him at the ceremony, I was so honored to have the opportunity to tell you all how absolutely incredible he is and how deserving he is of Teacher of the Year. If someone were to ask me what an incredible teacher is, I would say Mr. Morlett. Teaching students doesn't have to be a difficult task. You come up with a lesson, teach it, then move on. But to touch the hearts and souls of students, convince them that they can do anything they set out to do, no matter what, is something more entirely. This is what I believe is the difference between a teacher and an incredible teacher. And Mr. Morlett is an incredible teacher. From the moment I met Mr. Morlett back in 2019, when I made the MMS yearbook staff, I knew he was going to be one of those teachers I would always remember. He saw something in me. Mr. Morlett was one of the few that believed in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. Without a doubt, Mr. Morlett put me on the path I am on now. If it weren't for him choosing me to be a yearbook editor in 8th grade, I would have never developed all of the leadership skills and confidence that I have now. Now, I'm a junior who holds the roles of yearbook editor and Key Club president. Without Mr. Morlett, I would not have confidently approached the yearbook advisor as a freshman with a speech as to why they should make an exception to the no freshman on yearbook rule, or ran for Key Club board. Without his constant faith in me, I couldn't have achieved what I have achieved so far. Even to this day, when I hit an obstacle or start to think about how difficult things are getting, I think back to Mr. Morlett and try to imagine what he would say. I hear the encouraging words of wisdom he's told me, and it always gets me through my obstacles. Because in the end, he is an outstanding teacher who has left an indelible impact on my life and many others. When my time in school is over, I will always remember all of the long talks about random things going on in my life and the tissues and hugs when life would get a little too hard for me to handle. Thank you, Mr. Morlett, for always supporting me.
From Edison Elementary School, 5th grade teacher Ricky Petty and guest Carson Oreski.
Hi, my name is Carson Oreski, and what I would say is Mr. Petty is clean and organized. And when I first came in his classroom, I knew that he was going to be the best. Even when things get rough, he is cool and calm. He is just so kind. He also taught me how to be a better reader. He is just an important part of my life. Thank you. Thank you.
From Lawton High School, English teacher Catherine Smith,
Hi,
guest Keyshawn McDaniel and Keontae Reynolds.
My name is Keontae. And my name is Keyshawn, and we're seniors at Lawton High School. We've known Miss Smith since freshman year. She was our teacher alongside Miss Daigle. She's been by our side for the last 4 years. Without her, I probably wouldn't be graduating this year. She talks to our moms, watches our grades, and gives us the best advice on how to keep our grades up. Throughout our entire high school career, she has been our support system. Mrs. Smith was even there for us during the times we had virtual learning. New students should know that Mrs. Smith will always be there to help them be successful. Ms. Smith is a teacher who cares about her students and is always motivated to see them succeed. She has been our teacher a year because she's always helped us through getting what we need and all this other stuff. She's helped me when I needed help the most. Ms. Smith, I will never forget you. You always helped me throughout my whole high school career, and I will miss you when I'm gone. You've been there for me since day one, and I'm really appreciative of that. Auntie Yo. Boom.
From the Life Ready Center, art teacher Scott Smith and guest Cadence Edwards.
Hi, my name is Cadence Edwards, and this is why I think Mr. Smith should be the Teacher of the Year. He has helped plenty of students excel in art and be better and do what they're supposed to do in their art classes. He does a lot for the students. He supports them in a lot of their projects. Mr. Smith is very proud of what we do and how we progress towards our goals. He is one of the best art teachers I've had in a while. A lot of my projects he has supported and helped me through the entire thing. There's a lot that he does. The students are very happy to have him as a teacher. We have done quite a few things that we have needed activity absence for. Last semester we had a artist from Oklahoma actually come in and teach us abstract art and what we're supposed to do. We worked on them in class, and then we had a whole day to be taught, and we were given, I wouldn't want to say a lecture, but it was like how he was an artist and how he grew from just an art class. That's one of Mr. Smith's goals for us, is for us to get better at what we do and how we do art.
And from Washington Elementary School, pre-K virtual teacher Carrie Wosner and guest Avery Senning.
Hello, my name is Avery Senning. I was in Miss Wosner's kindergarten class 7 years ago. One of the things I remember the most about Miss Wosner is how much she loved me. As I am getting older and now in the 6th grade, I understand how much Miss Wosner did for me and all the kids that she has taught. She met us at the classroom door every morning for high fives and hugs. Miss Wosner was the nicest teacher. She instilled great life skills and helped prepare me for the years to come. I moved to Miss Wosner's class in January. I was worried about starting a new school, but Miss Wosner helped me get over my fears and welcomed me with open arms. I was a little behind when I started in Miss Wosner's class, but she worked with me every day and helped me get ahead. I am so thankful that Miss Wosner took the time to work with me and saw my potential. She helped to build my confidence, and I am so thankful for her guidance, structure, and support. She helped lay the foundation for my academic years. Miss Wosner helped instill my love for reading. I love story time with Miss Wosner. I love Pete the Cat and remember all the special things Miss Wosner planned for us. I still have a book that she gave me for Christmas. I also enjoyed science in her class, and I remember watching the caterpillars turn into butterflies and releasing them outside. She took the time to make each student a memory book full of our kindergarten year. Now that I look back, I don't know how Miss Wosner taught 77 kindergarten students, but there's nothing that she can't do. She's the best, and I am living proof. Miss Wosner is a warrior in many ways. She has taught children for 30 years, and she's a breast cancer survivor. She's an awesome example of what it takes to be a wonderful teacher. She is the real deal. She set an example for me inside and outside of school. Miss Wosner has made a difference in my life and the lives of so many students. I will always be grateful for everything that she has done for me. She prepared me for the future and laid such a wonderful foundation for me to build upon. Miss Wosner has truly played an important role in my life as well as my mom's. She has been a mentor for my mother, and she was a great teacher for me. She is out of this world and is so deserving of Teacher of the Year.
This year's winner will also receive $8,000 in cash and prizes. Each of our other 6 finalists will receive $500 from the Lawton Public Schools Foundation and a monogrammed bag filled with items worth over $250 from Nissan of Lawton. And now a little bit about our winner. This teacher states, "To say the education profession is rewarding is certainly an understatement. While each day may greet a teacher with challenges and obstacles, those negatives are far outweighed by positives. I have found my why and continue to discover ways to reach students. Although academic growth is my focus as an educator, without true connections and relationships, academic success is just a dream. I chose to be an educator in order to plant the seeds of knowledge, hope, and inspiration that students would need to dream the biggest dreams and know they have the power to achieve them." And now the moment we have all been waiting for. Lawton Public Schools 2022 to 2023 Teacher of the Year is Allie Cunningham.
Weathering. Everyone say weathering. Of weathering. Okay. Everyone say weathering. Okay. So let's say break it down. Okay. We know that weathering means we're breaking down rocks or minerals into those tiny, tiny pieces. So how do we do that again?
Hi, my name is Gabriel. I love being a student in Miss Cunningham's class.
I would like to just thank Lawton Public Schools for the opportunity to be up here. I'm a product of LPS. I grew up in Lawton. And graduating from Eisenhower and Cameron, all you hear is about how people want to leave Lawton. And it's okay if you do. But I really wanted to make my mark in the community that raised me. I now teach at the school that I went to. My coworkers are now, my former teachers are now my coworkers, and it's really hard to call them by their first name. But I'm getting used to it. I'm just really honored. Congratulations to all of the nominees and the finalists. I know it's cliche, but I really wish I could share it with all of you guys. Every custodian, every secretary, every person that encounters our students, this goes out to you guys. Thank you to my supports team, my family, my sister, my mom, my boyfriend. They get to hear all the crazy ideas and rants and raves. And Whittier accepted me 6 years ago as a first-year teacher, which is always fun. Shout out to that first class. Hope they're doing well. Sorry. Janet Hamilton was my mentor from day one. I couldn't have asked for a better role model. Melanie Nungesser took a chance on me. And all the Whittier staff, I just like to say thank you, and I miss you guys. 2 years ago, I started at Crosby Park, and it's good to be home. And so I just can't thank the support staff or the support team around me. I have the best students every year. I say that, and I'm like, man, now I really have the best students. So I can just see that continue, as we go on. Sorry, I'm like running out of things to say. I'm hoping that this opportunity I have as Lawton Public Schools Teacher of the Year helps me to continue learning from other educators, to get different perspectives and different ideas on how we can reach every student, make every student feel heard and seen, because that's really what it's about. And my students, they teach me more than I could ever teach them. And lastly, shout out to all the teacher moms out there, because I'm due in September and I have no idea how y'all do it. So meet me outside if you have any advice. But I just can't thank everyone enough, and thank you. Okay.
Congratulations again. So at this time, I'd like to invite Tina Lovato and our sixth Teacher of the Year finalists to come back up on the stage so we can award you your prizes from our presenters and contributors. So Ms. Lovato and our other six finalists, if you'll come up and just make a line there in front of the table. And if you are one of our contributors, a presenter here, if you'll go ahead and make your way to the stage. Yeah, I need all of my finalists. Come on up, come on up. Come on up here. I'm sorry, this table on the stage, I was not giving clear directions. Our first class teacher is, so we have our teacher of the year and our first class teacher of the year side by side there. So from Patty Nyworth is presenting from the Lawton Philharmonic Orchestra, and both the first class teacher and the teacher of the year are receiving certificates to attend concerts for the Philharmonic. Sheila Fountain is here representing two different groups. The first one is Delta Kappa Gamma, and she's presenting each of them $50. And then from the Laura Fields Trust, the teacher of the year is receiving $2,000, and the first class teacher of the year $1,000. Howard Johnson is here with us from Sylvan Learning Center, and he is presenting our Teacher of the Year with $100. And I think she might even know him. I think she works there a little bit. And our first class Teacher of the Year with $50. Like Mr. Hine mentioned earlier, our LPS Foundation is so supportive and so good to us. Tonight we have Kirsten Green here, and she is presenting our Teacher of the Year $1,000 and our first class Teacher of the Year $1,000. So we had two businesses partner together, Arvest Bank and Adventure Travel. The first class teacher of the year is receiving $600 travel voucher, and our teacher of the year a $1,200 travel voucher, just in time for summer. Oh, nice. From Fort Sill Federal Credit Union, we have Lindsay Blazek and LaRonda White, and our first class teacher of the year will receive $100 gift card, and our teacher of the year a $100 gift card. Tonight from Liberty National Bank, we have Brian Henry, and he is presenting both our teacher of the year and first class teacher of the year $500. So an amazing contributor who has supported Lawton Public Schools Teacher of the Year program for so many years now. This is Nissan of Lawton, and I have Damon Harris. I bet you've never heard his name, never heard him on a commercial, never seen him. But Donna Elmore and Damon have been just a great support of this program. And tonight, our first class teacher of the year, first of all, our first class teacher of the year has a basket, a monogram basket, as do all 7 of the teacher of the year finalists. And so be sure to pick that up and go through it. There's over $250 worth of merchandise and some other goodies in there. So be sure to look all the way through your basket. And then our teacher of the year is receiving $2,500. Could you do these? There's one more, I'm sorry. This is on the bottom. So we also have some businesses who have contributed that could not be represented here tonight. American Fidelity will be giving both $100. Apache Casino is giving a $40 gift certificate for dinner and a one-night stay for both. Bedrock Nursery is giving a $50 gift card for both. Billy Sims is giving a $25 gift card for both. Cameron University is giving a $500 tuition waiver for both. So after that vacation, they can come back and sign up for a class. And under here, yes, Southwest Oklahoma Federal Credit Union is giving the Teacher of the Year $100. And then I have 2 other bags here. So the gift bags are from our Lawton Chamber of Commerce, and we appreciate they have some coupons and some candles and some other goodies in there as well. We also want to say a special thank you. We have a contributor here in the audience who gives to our Champions for Children, and that is Classic Chevrolet, and they're getting 5 oil changes. And who wouldn't like to have that for their car? And so we'd like to thank them as well. Let's give all of our contributors a round of applause. Before I turn the program back over to Mr. Heim, I just want to ask that you guys stay on the stage, and if you are a Champion for Children recipient, a Friends of Education, or First Class Teacher of the Year finalist, if you will stay in this area, because we'll be taking some photos before we let you go. The rest of you are welcome to join us for a reception out in the Commons area, but at this time, let me turn it over to Mr. Heim.
The retired teachers, they have a table. Once again, big shout out to all of you, all of our teachers, staff. You know, these nights are exciting when we get to award a few, but we have hundreds of great, awesome teachers in this district. It amazes me every day when I get to walk around and just how great a job you do and how much you care for kids. And that goes from our bus drivers to our cooks to everybody involved. So, you know, one last hand for everybody who's an employee of Lawton Public Schools for what they do for our kids. You know, sometimes in life you get a new job and it can be tougher than others, and sometimes you get a job and it's really not all that hard because everybody around you is just awesome and they do a great job. And so, again, I don't know that all of your goal when you wake up in the morning is to make my job easy, but I thank you very much for all of you who contribute to making my job less stressful because of the great job you do. And again, thanks again for everybody for coming. Have a good evening, and just, hey, look at your calendars. We've got a lot of celebrations going on with seniors and graduations and different awards going on the rest of the year. It seems like it's here. Another week and a couple of days, and graduations will be here. It's fast, moving fast. Again, thanks, everybody. Have a great evening.